So, hi everyone and welcome. So, as part of our newcomer info session, we wanted to highlight some success stories which we think could inspire many of you who will soon start their journey here in Finland. So, today I'm joined by Sachin and Aina. Sachin is a student at a university here in Vasa. He has arrived Finland 5 months ago. But guess what? Sachin can speak the Finnish language till a B1 level. Isn't that impressive? So on the other side, we have Aina. Aina is a former student at a university here in Vasa, but currently a coordinator of a program. We want to hear their experience. We want to know what was their approach to language in this interview. We also maybe would like to know about some tips they would like to share with us about learning either Finnish or Swedish. So hello, Sachin. Hello, Aina, and thank you very much for joining us. So let's start with a quick introduction. Where are you from, and what brought you to Vasa?
I am from Spain.
Yeah.
I came to Vasa almost 4 years ago. And I came both because I got a study place here in Vasa at Hanken to study my master's, and also because I have a Finnish partner.
Okay.
So both reasons took me to Vasa.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and my name is Sachin and I'm from Nepal. And the same reason I've got a study place in FAMK here in Vasa. That's what brought me here to Vasa.
Great. You both said that studies is what brought you here to Vasa. But are your studies in English, Finnish, or Swedish?
My whole degree is in English.
Your whole degree is in English. What about you, Sachin?
Same as well.
All right. So in Finland, there are two official languages, Finnish and Swedish. And then there are also many people who speak English. So when did you start learning Finnish? When did you start learning Swedish? And what motivated you to learn?
In my university, like for the international students, the fees are really high.
Okay.
And the only way to get a scholarship is from Finnish language, which has just been implemented from this year, the year I came. And for the first year, we have to show them A2 certificate, for the second year B1 and so on. So for that, basically I was motivated because of that. But after that, I thought I don't want to be jobless in this summer. So for that also, I heard that language is necessary to get a job as well. For that as well, I started learning language intensively because I don't want to stay jobless in this summer.
Yeah. So scholarship
was
and
an
job. Incentive and job as well.
Yeah.
All right, great. What about you? I know.
I went for Swedish basically because I was surrounded when I came to Vasa by Swedish-speaking people. I studied in a Swedish-speaking university, so all my classmates spoke Swedish. Then at home with my partner, he can speak both, but there's always one that goes a bit forward.
Yeah.
So that was Swedish. And somehow that was the language I got more exposure to, and that I felt that I would be able to learn faster also. So that's why I chose Swedish.
Right. So, Sachin, what could be some tips that you would like to share on how you study the language?
Yeah. The first thing is that you cannot give up.
Yeah.
Because there will come time when you feel like you know everything, but after you don't study for a few days or few weeks, you start to forget everything. And then you have to start again from the beginning. That's happened to me like couple of times.
Yeah, but you didn't give up.
I didn't give up because I was so motivated by the factor that I need the scholarship and job. And that's what should motivate others as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone should find their motivation factor. What is it? And on the basis of that. And it's all about not giving up. It's just that I spent so much time learning it. I gave it so much time. And I'm a very lazy person. I don't like to go to the courses. I don't like to read books. And I don't like to do those kind of things, which normally people do to learn the language. So I think that listening helps you a lot.
Okay.
Because by listening, you get used to the language, how it sounds, how people speak. And basically, you start from the basics and you try to understand what's going on. And in Finnish, it's really hard because all the vocabulary you have to learn from the beginning. In Swedish, in other languages, you might find some similarities.
Yeah.
But in Finnish, it's totally different. Because of that as well, you have to spend a lot of time in vocabulary learning. So
What are some tools you use in order to make your listening better or perfect?
I would like to say when I started learning the language intensively, I used to listen like the whole day, only finish, putting my earphones on and listening to the basic things that I could understand. And if I don't understand anything, I would search whatever I didn't understand. I used to search in the Google Translate or in ChatGPT and ask him to explain what's going on. And the first thing that you should focus on is the grammar. And it's not like you have to, when listening or speaking, it should be like that. You don't have to focus on what's going on. Like, you don't have to figure out what's going on with the grammar. It should be like built in, the grammar part. So first of all, you have to learn the grammar by heart, and after that you have to focus on the vocabulary, which is the biggest thing in Finnish language. Yeah.
Did you use some videos on YouTube or?
Yeah. There are a lot of videos. I said, like, I started with the basic slow speaking videos, and I used to watch those videos with English subtitles.
All right.
And those were very basic videos, so I can see what does that word mean in English at the same time. And I basically watch videos.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Then what about your speaking skills? I mean, how did you practice that?
Yeah. First, I tried to speak with my teachers. My Finnish teachers, and they also have like Finnish speaking programs in school.
Yeah.
I used to go there daily.
All right.
And I have one Finnish friend with whom I meet once in a week, and we talk in Finnish as well, and these kind of small things. But other than that, it's hard to get interaction with Finnish because they mind their own business. And
what about you, Aina? Which Swedish?
It was really when I graduated that I put my whole attention into Swedish. I took a very intensive course, and in that course I met people who couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
So Swedish was the only language we had in common to communicate.
Yeah, okay.
And that forced me to start speaking and to use it every single day and get better and better over time. And something that then I started to do when I got a bit better was to start listening to podcasts for Swedish learners. So it was slow, easy topics, but that helped me a lot, and there I learned a lot of vocabulary.
That was interesting. That was interesting.
And then also one thing that was really good was to start reading kids' books, because they are light, not too difficult language.
Yeah.
So that was a way to improve quite fast also. And then from book to book, you also see, okay, this is a bit harder.
Yeah.
And you see that bit by bit you can do better.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So usually when newcomers are coming to Finland or to Vasa, then there is this negativity which says that, oh, you can learn the Finnish. Finnish is so hard, it's so difficult. Or for some people, Swedish. So what could be some advice that you could give to newcomer who will soon be here in Finland or in Vasa? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's all about the mindset. If you think it's hard, it is hard. If you think it's easy, it's easy. And it doesn't mean that if you think it's easy, it will be easy. You have to give in the effort and time as well.
So the first thing, your mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah.
You have to think it is easy. I think it's easy. I can do it. That's what people should.
So the first thing, your mindset. The second thing, the effort you put.
Yeah.
Yeah, in learning the language.
And the technique matters as well. For me, listening helps a lot. For you, other things might help, like reading, going to courses, interacting with people. So you have to find your own method.
Yeah, you have to find your own method.
Yeah.
Great advice.
And if I may add, I would say also patience, because language learning takes time.
It takes time, it does.
And you start very low, and bit by bit you grow and you get better. So patience is also key in this journey.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I would also like to mention. I would also like to mention that after you reach a certain level, it feels like so cool to know a foreign language. It's worth the patience.
It's worth the patience.
I think it's great now. Maybe you feel the same, but you go out on the street and you hear somebody speaking, it's like, I got that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, right. So a question for you, Sachin. Mikä sai sinut pysymään täällä?
Itse asiassa koulutuksen takia olen täällä ja tällä hetkellä minulla on myös kesätöitä ja sen takiakin mun pitää pysyä täällä. Ja kesällä minä aion mennä kävelylle ja pyöräilylle jonnekin ja sen takiakin minun kaveri asuu täällä ja me suunnittelimme sitä yhdessä ja sen takia aion täällä, koska meidän kaikki kaverit ja muut menee jonnekin Helsinkiin vai muualle etsimään töitä ja kuten minulla on, mun ei pitää mennä jonnekin etsimään töitä ja minulla on hyvä tilanne tällä, joten ei pitää mennä minnekään.
Kiitos. So the same question for you, Aina. Vad var det som fick dig att stanna här?
Svår fråga. Jag aldrig bestämde att stanna här. Men jag är fortfarande här. Så ja, jag tror att det är för att jag är glad här. Jag har hittat mina vänner, min jobb, min plats här i Vasa. Saker som jag tycker om, plats som jag tycker om och ja, min liv är här nu. Men jag aldrig bestämde det. Bara det hände sådär.
Tack, Aina. Kiitos, Sachin. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. I'm sure they are going to inspire or to motivate those who will soon start their journey here in Finland. Thank you.